So today is the beginning of something incredibly special. Something I never thought I'd see, never thought I'd do. And it's one of the biggest adventures that I'll ever go on.
Sorry, just bear with me a second, please.
No problem. So as I was saying, when you're part of the car world, there are a few things that you aspire to do. Some of those things are race or track day on certain tracks. So as a petrol head, you gotta tick the Nürburgring, you gotta tick Spa, and you gotta tick Silverstone as a Brit, right? You've also gotta go on a big road trip. So whether that's with friends or an organized event, you gotta go explore the Alps, get that out of your system, do that sort of thing. You also gotta...
Hi, what can I get for you?
Hi, could I order 2 flat whites, please? That's everything, thank you.
Right, thank you.
Thanks a lot. I'll be with you in a minute. That's gotta be a good start to the week, right? That's gotta be the strongest rainbow I've ever seen. Price of this fuel's kinda taking the edge off it a little bit though. I actually arrived at this particular petrol station on 0 miles. Like, this is running on fumes. So this is how much on 95 in the UK a full tank of fuel is. 133.56, thanks for coming. Keep on smiling. So as I was saying, as you're growing up as a petrol head, there's certain things that you aspire to doing. Certain track days, certain road trips, certain events, whatever it is. There's just bucket list things. And for a lot of us, Gumball 3000 Rally, of all of the rallies and road trips in the world, it's peak. It's number one. I don't know how Max has pulled it off, but it is the number one most rock and roll rally in the world. And it's a reoccurring theme when I speak to other people that it's a dream to just do a Gumball once. And I was that guy to do one Gumball rally. And then for me, everything changed. So I've actually just realized I'm quite late for the airport run. Believe it or not, I am in my wife's Range Rover, which was running on 0 miles. I got into it, 0, just empty, running on fumes. So I thought I'd do the husbandly thing and fill it up before heading on my journey, despite the fact that I'm not actually taking this car. I think that's brownie points. So I gotta go back, swap clothes, swap cars, and then I'll jump back to the story, but I am late. The other husbandly thing, bringing back a flat white for the wife unannounced. You see, for what's coming up next, I need these brownie points. Seamless transition, and that is why I'm in the car on the way to the airport to fly to Vietnam for the beginning of the Gumball 3000 25th anniversary rally. Now, just going back to the beginning of this video where it was my dream to do one, in somehow, way, shape or form, this will be my 14th Gumball 3000 rally. Now, let me explain. So, in 2010, right, I ended up meeting my now wife, Lucinda, who is Maximilian Cooper's sister. So I married Max's sister. Max is the founder of Gumball 3000. And ever since we met, every single year, in some capacity, I've been involved in Gumball. Now, one of the things which is a real pinch myself moment, even that I managed to do my first one as a proper entrant, my actual first one was as a volunteer. This is before YouTube. This is way back in the day when I was living out a more conventional life in a more conventional job. And my wife, my now wife, who was my girlfriend at that time, she said, why don't you come on the recce, which is the route plan, right? The recce of, and I think it was the London to Istanbul 2011 route plan. So I did that, and then I ended up going on the actual rally, as I mentioned, as a volunteer, as part of the actual Gumball team. But I drove an actual car on it. So for some reason, one of the entrants on the rally decided to fly to the majority of the destinations. And so I ended up driving this Bentley Continental GT on the actual rally for this guy, there and back, together with my now wife. And so that was my very first experience of Gumball 3000. Since then, I ended up getting more and more involved. And then the whole YouTube thing took off, and I was actually able to be in a position to enter it as a proper rally entrant on Gumball 3000. This year is their 25th anniversary. And to say that I have done over 10, never mind one, it's just a scenario in which I would have never in a million years ever have predicted when I was growing up, aspiring to ticking these automotive petrol head bucket list moments. Nürburgring racing, achieving a sports car and a supercar, going on Gumball 3000. And why it's extra special is that, as you can tell, Gumball now is literally family. So it has a very special place in my heart because long time before any of this happened, when I was at school, it was aspirational. I'm now part of the Gumball family, literally. But also this year, I'm doing it together with my brother-in-law, Maximilian Cooper, who's also the founder of the rally. I mean, if someone had told me this, imagine if one of my teachers kicked in the door of the classroom one day and went, "Walker, your future holds over 10 Gumballs and you're going to do the 25th anniversary together with the founder who's going to become your brother-in-law." Like, when does that happen? So this is a massive adventure, and along that adventure we've met some incredible people. So we're about to meet up with DDE boys, Damon and Dave, basically become like brothers from another mother. Nico, watch guy, also top tier dude. We've got some very exciting announcements along the way, and we're also announcing something incredibly special because we are on the final stretch to 1 million subscribers on the JWW channel, the Mr. JWW channel. We've just clicked over 900,000, and as part of the celebration run up towards it, I'm going to be giving away multiple pairs of brand JWW sunglasses every single day of the Gumball for people that have liked, subscribed and commented on the pinned comment at the top of every video that goes live from Gumball 3000. So, you know, there's not always a huge amount of comments. Sometimes we'll get a few thousand, right? But that means you're in with a chance if you've pinned, liked and subscribed. But that means you're in with a chance. If you've liked, subscribed and commented on that pinned post, I'm going to reach out directly to you underneath that as a comment, and we're going to get you the pair of sunglasses on your face as part of this build-up. So we're really trying to get over the line. My goal is to get 100,000 subs over the 1 million mark in time for the end of the year, and I'm using Gumball 3000 as a really big push towards that. And what better way to celebrate it by giving you guys something back than actually sending you free brand JW sunglasses. We send them worldwide. We're absolutely blown away by the response, but we want to get them on more of your faces, so this is your chance. Okay, look, sunshine's coming out just as the sun's setting. Another seamless transition. What you didn't see is I just spent the best part of an hour and a half in the back of a taxi editing with my head down for a project which is launching while we're out during Gumball, which I shall share a lot more of that when I get to Vietnam, but there's a serious deadline in place, so had to get that done. Now I feel rough. Do I look pale? I feel like I'm sort of seasick looking at a screen in the back of a taxi. Speaking of screen, gotta go find Emirates. Long ass queue.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened with the seatbelts and fasteners switched off. Before leaving us today, please check your seat during avoiding personal belongings. Thank you for flying Emirates. We hope you enjoy your flight and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Halfway to the destination. Right, so 7-hour flight from the UK to Dubai, done. I've got a quick layover, catching up with Nico, and then we have another 7-hour flight all the way to Vietnam. I kind of like it. Cool, Reg. Right. Next stop.
I am safe, living on the edge with you.
Hey! Look who I found. How excited are you for your first Gumball?
Extremely excited.
Are you extremely excited?
And the funny bit is we're full of a bus with gumballers and everyone wants to go on a drink, right? And to be honest, I'm probably the youngest, but I'm also the most tired.
Our time zone be, but by the time we get there then?
I normally sit, I think 6 o'clock. So I normally...
Only you can pull that off.
Yeah.
Only you can
But
pull
normally
off
I
that.
keep a watch on
Yeah.
that says the home time. That allows me to coordinate my mind. Oh yeah, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I need to phone the kids. See what I mean? So,
I'm sure there's watches that have the functionality for that. Remind me what they're called.
GMT functions. That's insane.
The size of it.
The size of it.
Hop in, son. Up. Right. It is like 34 degrees here. At like 9 in the morning. Don't know what the weather's gonna be like. And look at the size of this thing, man. Incredible. And we're out. And it is hot and humid as hell. Right, we just paid $240 for a service that seemingly I'm not sure we needed. We just sort of walked through on the plane in the Gumball chat group. There was a lot of people saying you really got to get this fast track immigration service, otherwise you're going to be stuck in it for hours. And we turned up and there was no one there. And we met this guy and he was like, yeah, that way. Gumball? Not Gumball, but say hello anyway.
This is number 12.
Right, so anyway, we got through having spent money I don't think we needed to spend, but it was seamless. And there he is, Gumball! Yes! Good to meet you. How you doing?
What's your name?
I'm Dan.
Great to meet you. What is this?
Fresh coconut. Welcome drink for you, man.
Can I have a fresh coconut?
Of course, absolutely.
Look
Take
at this.
one.
Come on, I really want to try a fresh coconut.
Okay. Would you like a beer?
A beer?
Yeah.
Is there beer in the coconut? No, I'm just joking.
Yeah,
Is there-
yeah.
You can
Yeah.
do it.
Your
If you want to
Stella.
do that, you can put a Stella in the coconut. Thank you so much. That is absolutely amazing. Look at this. Now, honestly, this is the best welcome I've ever had to any country. Go over there, get yourself a fresh, cold, and it's ice cold coconut. Direct port injection to the face.
How cool is that?
You are actually one of the first people in the world to see that watch.
Yes.
It launched while we were on the flight over here. So it's a brand called Ulysse Nardin.
Ulysse Nardin.
Ulysse Nardin,
1846.
1846. So old and Swiss.
Older than me.
Yeah. They've been ticking and talking and rocking for a long
Older
time.
than your ancestor too.
Yes.
Big time. It's one of the world's most
special
complicated
1846.
time-only watches. Oh,
It's not your fault.
I didn't expect to be getting into a stretched Chrysler with a frozen coconut. I love traveling because you end up in the most random situations. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your help. Oh. This is so random. This is so random, mate. We're in a stretch car Chrysler with a frozen coconut. What is going on? It's quite cool. They got the shelving. They got the drinks going on here.
My phone doesn't work out.
Refrigerated. I love the little ice cooler the ice cooler box that they've got in here.
And all the open tents of beer.
Oh, this is cool, man.
It's fantastic. I just need to figure out what the reactions. Maybe we sold fucking on the plane 15 watches. People are like, I want fantastic.
Crikey, that's
and
like
I'm trying to
It's
archive
15
that.
watches. It launched 3 hours ago.
Yeah, and I'm trying to archive it, but it doesn't work because I have no internet. I can't share any
Hotspot off me.
news.
We are driving here over the next week.
Yep.
What's it like to drive in Vietnam? Is
driving on
it
the left.
crazy or is it good?
Yes, driving in Vietnam did like you have to have like how can I say? It's,
You have to have your brain switched on. Yeah.
You have like your nerve like still because you have to restrain your anger.
You have to restrain your anger?
Yeah, because everything that may happen in front of you just 1 or 2 seconds. So
Oh, really?
to make you startle, like some small traffic lights.
Yes.
That cut it off in front of you in your car.
Oh, really?
I think like that. Okay.
So are people crashing here a lot?
Oh yes, a lot.
Are you serious?
Not in the city, but outside. Yeah, the
Really?
city, yeah.
People are crashing a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
So most of the people here driving, even for motorcycle riders, they have to play at the horn a
Really?
lot.
Okay.
Beep, 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 on the time.
So everyone's beeping all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, all the
And what are the road rules like? Is it like each man for himself and you just find a gap and hope for the best?
The bigger one is the winner.
Okay, so if you're in a big car, you're gonna come off better.
Right.
Okay, what
So-
about if you're in a Lamborghini?
oh, Lamborghini,
Yeah.
they may give you the way to get through because you know, yours are sound, the roaring
Okay.
sound. You
So
know?
if we make lots of noise,
Yes.
then we might make our own gap.
Exactly. Okay.
Sounds promising. Thanks. Nico, how much were the rooms?
52 million, just.
Did you buy the hotel, yeah?
Price. Yeah,
Did you buy
I
the
bought the
hotel?
hotel.
Is that-
52
It
million.
takes some adapting to the currency over here. 52 million.
That's crazy.
James, what do you think of the watch? We've launched the watch. By the way, for those who
Just a notch, though.
it's not just me, but
a
James and I and UN, we've launched the watch together. How are you feeling?
So behind closed doors, we've been working on this since April,
yeah.
just after Watches and Wonders, so
Yeah.
March, April sort of time, and it's amazing how full circle this has come, because just over a year ago, Monterey Car Week 2023,
Yeah.
you put my first Freak X on my wrist,
Yeah.
the rose gold. Fell in love with it within the first few hours, didn't want to take it off, kept it on my wrist for 2 weeks. When I got back, I was like, mate, you need to get me into one of these. I subsequently found out that the rose gold ones, they make less than 100 a year of.
Yeah.
Of that particular one. So I didn't even appreciate at that time how rare it was, until fast forward over 8 months later, Watches and Wonders, he hooked up me taking delivery of my first Freak X at Watches and Wonders. And then, you know what watches are all about? I got goosebumps talking about it. Watches are stories. Watches are stories, right? And like straight away, even though the subject is a watch, look how much chat we've got off the back of the passion of it, right? And so off the back of Watches and Wonders, we then start talking about the 25th anniversary of Gumball 3000. So I married Max's sister, Lucinda. So Gumball to me is literally family, right? And in what world, within the time frame of 18 months from wearing the first Freak because of this guy here, to in this hotel room today, we stepped off a flight, this watch, the Freak X, carbonium, forged carbon, Gumball 3000 edition, celebrating the 25th anniversary of a rally that's close to my heart, literally a family company. We launched it 3 hours ago. We just sold 20% of the allocation before we stepped off the plane.
That is
Right?
insane, bro. That's insane.
I mean, it's absolutely insane. And now here we are having the fitting of the first three
Freaks.
in existence.
Yes.
So we can go out and do Gumball, celebrating them and putting memories onto these wonderful timepieces. While behind the scenes, there's been a lot of commercial negotiation, and Darren's killed that. I mean, he's just done such an amazing job of that. You know, once that was over the line, it was then handed over to Nico and I to put together what effectively is the launch campaign. The significance of the orange is it's got Gumball's colours. Yeah. So I think it complements it so well. So it's got orange indicators on the, and it would be technically incorrect to call it the hands, because the hands are actually part of the movement. But conventionally on the hands we've got orange loom, and then the real trick piece, only 150 of these are being made. Gumball on the back, matching Pantone correct, Gumball orange. Can I take off that sticker?
Yes.
This is going to be quite a moment. You ready?
Oh!
It's so on brand for both brands, right? So one of the things that's really special about it is, like, if you want to distill it down to the representation of the ethos of each brand, when UN developed this, it was the most against the grain, ripping up the rule book you could think of in what is a really traditional watch world. No crown, no dial, no hands, right? The movement is the time. So it was the most against the grain, ripping up the rule book in the watch world. And Gumball is exactly that in its world. But the number one thing that gels it together is the people, right? So the people that are attracted to this watch and the people that do the rally, they're all a bunch of freaks, man. Like, everyone's entrepreneur, thought leader, Fortune 500 CEO, hip-hop star, artist, whatever. They're all leaders in their fields. And I think to be able to offer it to these people first is a super special occasion, man. So in theory, 120 of these
for
are
drivers,
allocated to drivers. Your watch will match your team number of the car that you're doing the Gumball in this year. So it's once in a lifetime to match your watch to your team. It's just amazing here, look. It's just different. People are just on the street. on little stools eating some food. Look how cool this is.
People snatch your phone here as well.
So I've heard, but until then, I'll keep rolling.
Wow. Oh yeah, this makes sense as
Oh,
well.
this is cool. This is a sign of things to come. Look how mental this is.
Eco-friendly.
We've got to jam 120 supercars in this kind of scenario, and I think this is tame, but I love the punctuation of chaos amongst all of the mopeds. 65 million registered scooters over here. Unbelievable. Right, this is the Gumball Hotel. Nico, it's far more salubrious than our own. What have you booked us? Need money for better hotels. We're in this hotel from Saturday, but this is very cool. Yes, to be fair, you forked out. I feel like you just go with the flow here. Look, everyone's happy about it. That's cool. I kind of like the renegade nature of finding a gap and going for it. Right, once we get in here, I'm going to share with you a very special story to do with this man, this watch, and two incredibly special brands.
Oh my God! they made it.
This is the most abstract thing ever. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Everything good?
Yeah.
How's things been? Lee, you alright, mate? How's everything going? Very good. Well, how you getting on, man? How's everything? How's it been? How's it been so far? You've been here a day, right?
No, we got here this morning.
This morning,
Let me tell
okay.
you something. How long have you been here?
20 minutes.
Not long enough to know what it's like when it rains.
Oh really? What, it's like biblical, is it? Thank you very much. When just as we were landing here, in the Gumball group, someone sent a picture of the condition of North Vietnam right now. Which really does look like you need to get the arc out. That's what it looks like. Oh my, you see it bouncing off the wall. Oh my God, look at it.